We're going to talk about the athlete's hierarchy of needs. This is how you make sure you have the prerequisites to safely move in a squat, a deadlift, a push-up, a pull-up. So let's get to it. On the bottom, we have flexibility. This is the number one thing that needs to be in check so that you're able to move through those proper ranges of motion. If you don't have the flexibility, we need to go all the way to the bottom and fix that. Number two is mobility. Maybe you do have the flexibility to go all the way back, but do you have the mobility to use your muscles to take your arm all the way back? If you don't have strength in those end ranges, we need to strengthen them so that you don't get injured down the road. You can think of your flexibility as your passive range of motion, whereas your mobility is your active range of motion. Then we have your strength balance. What does your right side look like versus your left side for step-ups, for single arm overhead presses? Are you stronger in your right shoulder than your left shoulder? Does this impact the way you do a pull-up, the way you do a push-up? How you produce force is going to say a lot about how your body is going to respond down the road to your training and whether or not you're going to get injured. Then we have your work to rest ratio. How many days a week, how many hours a week are you working out? How many hours a week are you resting? Is there an imbalance here? Are you working too much? Are you not resting enough? This is going to put your body under unnecessary amounts of stress and can do more harm than good in the future. I gotta say, I see this with a lot of my clients who are like really crazy strong lifters. They never want to take a rest day. And because of that, they have injuries from head to toe. The last portion is skill. So that's your gymnastics movements, that's your snatches, your clean and overhead pressing. Once you have all of this is when you can start working on your skill. If you don't have the mobility to do a snatch and go ass to grass, or you don't have the mobility to do a proper pull-up or a muscle-up on rings, then you can't work on that skill work yet. You have to get your mobility in check. You have to make sure these two are in check, and then you can start working on skill work. Following this hierarchy of needs is what's going to ensure that you move in a healthy way, you move pain-free, and that you don't get injured down the road. If you found this helpful, go ahead and give me a follow for more fitness content, and I'll see you on the next video.